The IRS just dropped their Dirty Dozen list for 2025. That's their annual list of the top 12 tax scams they say are making the rounds right now. Every year, the IRS puts this list together based on the scams they're seeing the most of. Today, we're breaking down the IRS Dirty Dozen, what these scams are, how they work, and how you can protect yourself and your business. First up, phishing and smishing, basically fake emails and text messages. These scammers pretend they're from the IRS, telling you there's some urgent issue with your taxes, or you're owed a refund, or they need to verify your identity. And there's always a link to click. But here's the thing. The IRS doesn't email or text you first. Ever. If you get one of these, just delete it. Don't click anything, it's just a scam to steal your info. This one's sneaky. Scammers offer to help you set up your IRS individual online account, but what they're really doing is collecting your personal information. The IRS is super clear on this. Setting up your online account is free and you don't need help from a stranger on social media. If someone's offering, big red flag. And if you're a tax pro or work with one, these scammers are getting even more creative. They'll pose as potential clients, asking for help, but really they're just trying to get into your system and steal sensitive client data. The IRS has been warning about this because it's been happening more and more lately. Every time there's a disaster, hurricane, wildfire, you name it, fake charities pop up. They look legit, but they're not. These scammers are counting on people wanting to help. So before you donate, double check that the charity is actually recognized by the IRS. You can look it up on irs.gov pretty easily. Otherwise, you might be handing your money and personal info straight to a scammer. A ghost preparer is someone who will file your taxes for you, but they'll refuse to sign the return. This is a huge red flag. The IRS says that if a preparer won't put their name and PTIN number on the return, you should walk away. And if they're charging you based on the size of your refund, definitely walk away. Legit pros don't do that. You've probably heard those ads saying, settle your tax debt for pennies on the dollar. Well, some people do qualify for what's called an offer in compromise, but most don't. These shady companies charge people thousands of dollars up front to apply for something they aren't even eligible for. The IRS recommends using their free pre-qualifier tool first to see if it's even worth your time, and if you need help, talk to someone who's actually looking out for you. Social media is full of bad tax advice right now. We're seeing people on TikTok and Instagram telling folks how to file fake W-2s or claim credits they're not eligible for. Here's the deal. If you follow that advice, you're the one responsible. The IRS has made it clear they're cracking down on these false claims, and you could end up facing penalties or even an audit. This one keeps popping up. The fuel tax credit is a legit thing, but it's meant for people using fuel for things like farming or off-highway business use. If someone's telling you to claim it for your personal car or business when it doesn't actually qualify, that's a scam. And it's an easy one for the IRS to catch. So this credit was around during COVID, 2020 and 2021, for self-employed people who couldn't work because they were sick or had to take care of family. But it expired. If someone's telling you to claim it now in 2025, that's not how it works anymore. The IRS is watching for this because they're seeing people try to claim something that's no longer available. This is just made up. There's no such thing as a $32,000 self-employment tax credit, even though you'll see posts online claiming there is. What they're really talking about are those old COVID-related credits that ended years ago. Don't fall for it. The IRS isn't handing out that kind of money, and filing false claims like this is risky. Some folks are making up fake household employees, like nannies or housekeepers, and then filing tax returns saying they paid them wages. Why? So they can get a refund on taxes they never actually paid. But the IRS is onto this one. If you really have household employees, yeah, you've got tax responsibilities, but making them up, that's fraud. This one's simple but dangerous. People are filing returns claiming they made a ton of income and then had tax withheld, way more than they really did, to try to get a big refund. But the IRS cross-checks all of this. If the numbers don't match up, they'll freeze your refund, and you can be in serious trouble. So that's the Dirty Dozen for 2025. And like I said, these scams aren't just showing up during tax season. They're going on all year long. If something sounds too good to be true, or it just doesn't sit right, trust your gut. And if you're not sure about something, it's always better to ask someone who knows what they're doing. At CSI Accounting and Payroll, we help small business owners keep things clean and simple. Taxes, payroll, bookkeeping, you name it, and we've got you covered. And we make sure you're doing things the right way, so you're not looking over your shoulder. If you've got questions or you want a second opinion, let's talk. And hey, if this video helped you out, hit subscribe. We put videos like this out all the time, helping small business owners stay smart about their money.